Hi, in this video I'll show you how to make your emails campaign make you $1,000 minimum every time that you do send one for your e-commerce brand. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I'll just show you a quick proof of why you should listen to me and why I know what I'm doing. So this is one campaign we sent for our clients recently. It made $6,000. You have the Klaviyo interface right here. You go to campaign, you can see the analytics. 50% of the people open, 0.7% click, they spend $6,000. This is a quick strategy that you can use, but this is actually the same email. As you can see, it's a resend. So on top of the original $6,000 that it made, we also resent it to the people who didn't open, and it made another $800. So in total, this campaign made $7,000. Let's get into the strategy that is behind it so you can replicate the same for your e-commerce brand. The first and most important aspect is targeting. Basically, it's knowing who is going to receive the email so you can make the perfect offer to them. You should definitely take advantage of the email marketing targeting because it's way better than any other platform. And I'm going to show you how you can do all of it inside of Klaviyo in a second. But the main point is that you should target people just so that your emails feel personal. So you should change your messaging depending on if people came to your website recently, if they didn't, if they bought from you recently, if they bought from you multiple times. All of these people need different type of messaging. So let's jump into Klaviyo and I'm gonna show you how you can do that. So we're inside of Klaviyo and I'm gonna show you a typical example of what you can do for targeting. So you're gonna go to list and segments, and once we're gonna be in there, we're gonna create a targeted pool of recipient. So you're gonna create a list/segment and we're gonna use the segment feature. So a segment is gonna pull dynamically people that meet certain requirements. So for example, if we want to reach out to people who bought in the last 20 days, we are going to call this segment 20-day buyers and select people who have done placed order at least once in the last 20 days. So very straightforward. That's how you create a segment. Now, you can also create other ones. So if you want to reach out to people who interact a lot with your emails, you can do an engaged segment, which is going to be basically people who opened your email frequently. So at least, let's say, 3 times in the last 30 days. If your campaign frequency is high, you can do that. Then you create a segment and it's automatically going to pull people every time and refresh continuously with people who open your emails 3 times in the last 30 days. So this is super precise and super targeted. Now, once you know who you're reaching out to, it's important that you can come up with a very good offer that is going to convert their intent into actual revenue for your brand. So this is quite a simple fix, even though a lot of e-commerce brands get this wrong. They're sending the most generic copy. They think about their emails like blog posts. So very boring, not enticing, and doesn't push people enough to convert. The simple fix is getting a swipe file. So a collection of, this is a 20 e-commerce brand, but you can get as many competitors of yours as possible. You subscribe to their newsletter, and they don't even need to be in the same industry, but basically you subscribe to their newsletter and you study their emails every day. So what is good content? What is good copy? What pushes you toward a purchase without feeling too salesy? And over time, you're going to be able to recognize good content. So whenever you're going to be able to recognize good content, you're also going to be able to produce it. Don't copy their content word for word. Find the angle that works behind the actual word. Now, not knowing what good content is puts you at a disadvantage because over a long enough time horizon, people just stop opening your emails. That's why a lot of e-commerce brands think they have to do gimmicks for people to open. So massively discounting or doing clickbait subject lines. You don't have to do that. You just have to come up with great content so that even when you're not running a sale, you can still make revenue. Now, the last point, and by far the most important of all, is deliverability. Without this, people won't even be able to open your email. Now, you can have the best email marketing strategy, the best list. So people who have the budget to buy your product, people who want to buy your product, you can send them the best email at the right time for them to buy. But if they can't read your emails or they can't even find it in the inbox, then they won't purchase. Now, there's a lot of technical stuff behind that to make sure you don't land in spam. So there's going to be 3 main points. One is going to be setting yourself a dedicated sending domain. And what a dedicated sending domain is a dedicated platform for you to have great open rate. So if you send good content, you're going to have a good open rate. If you send bad content, you're going to have a bad open rate. But it's very easy to send good emails and to be favored by Gmail, Outlook, etc. What most brands have is a shared domain. So no matter how good their content is and no matter how bad it is, they're still gonna have the same results. So if you have good content, definitely get a dedicated sending domain and you'll have more control over your open rates. Now, if you want to set your dedicated sending domain up, I'm basically gonna have this video linked inside of this document right here. The document, by the way, is gonna be inside of the description so you can get access to every resource inside of this video and basically be able to make a checklist out of these items and get a better open rate. And by the way, this first point is for everyone, but these two only apply if you have low deliverability. So if you struggle to get high open rate, these 2 points are specifically for you. What you need to do to get a higher open rate is send email to people who are already engaged with your email. So your recent buyers, people who just subscribed to your email list, all of these people are engaged and you know that they have a higher likelihood of opening your email. And what it's gonna do is basically trick inbox provider like Gmail, Outlook, and stuff like that to think you're a good sender and in turn place you in the main inbox and in turn you'll have a higher open rate. You keep doing that until you get a better open rate on people who are less active and less engaged with your email. And on top of that, turn off all of your flows with low engagement. So if you know for a fact this particular email and this particular flow has a 15% open rate, you know that it's destroying your sender reputation and you should turn it off. You want all of your emails to have good metrics for a while and then expand to lesser and lesser engaged people and then maintain these metrics. Everything comes down to your traffic and your offer. Your traffic is mainly going to come from 1, your list growing, but 2, your deliverability and having great foundation here. There is a learning curve to everything. This is going to be hard because you've never done it, right? Dedicated sending domain is a lot of tech stuff. This video tutorial is going to help, but it is definitely a bit harder if you've never done it. Now, copywriting, it takes a while to learn, but again, subscribe to a swipe file, study emails every day, and it's going to be fine. The end goal is to have campaigns that produce these kind of revenue numbers. So you should definitely keep going at it because it's definitely worth it for your brand. Now, if you want to skip the learning curve and get all of the experience that we have at retainwithemails.com directly applied to your e-commerce brand, we will guarantee you add between $30,000 and $100,000 in new monthly revenue for your e-commerce brand. And basically, we invoice you based on the revenue we bring to your business. So if you're already running some emails for your brand, and let's say you're making $30,000, then we will help you get way past that and only charge you a percentage of the revenue increase. So I know a lot of businesses have to take care of acquisition. It takes a lot of time and they don't have time to go through the learning curve of email marketing. Basically, we'll take care of everything: offer creation, copywriting, designing the actual emails so you don't have to learn that too, and distributing the email, making sure you don't end up in spam, making sure your emails loads fast so people don't bounce, and ultimately make sure people convert. So if you're interested in working directly with us and benefit from our experience, go to the first link in the description and click on retainwithemails.com, book a call with us. You should also subscribe to the YouTube channel because I'm going to show you the exact process we use to get results like this. Thank you.